He's won 2 World Series. But, he's not going to be an everyday player. He's going to be like a platoon player. Maybe a DH if they get to the World Series. And, they have an extra, lineup, extra bat with the DH.
No doubt. Moving right along. Stephen A. Smith, and I got a pet peeve because it's about the Knicks, and it's been bothering me. And then I'm on Facebook in one of these Knicks groups that have just been going crazy with this. And I want to, I have to put my 2 cents in because it's the Knicks, and it's been bothering me. Stephen A. Smith and Skip Bayless came on their show. They do a show, forget the name of the show. They do a show that comes on every day. Well, anyway, in one of the segments, they talk a lot of nonsense all day. But they said that Carmelo Anthony, which I don't even think is true, Carmelo Anthony is trying to recruit Kevin Durant to come to the Knicks. Now, my thing is, Kevin Durant, it sounds good. You got 2 stars, Kevin Durant and Carmelo Anthony. But think of it realistically. This is the NBA. You got 2 small forwards teaming up. It's like Larry Bird and Dr. J. 2 small forwards to me. That's what it sounds to me. Larry Bird, who was a small forward, teaming up with Dr. J. Yes, they're 2 prolific scorers, but can they guard? Offensively, it sounds great. But on the defense, they're going to get killed. Who's going to guard? My thing is, who's going to guard Kevin Durant? Who's going to guard LaMarcus Aldridge? Who's going to guard Paul Gasol and all these other big and Blake Griffin? They will get hammered defensively. So I don't think Kevin Durant. I could understand bringing in a superstar guard because back in the days you just had 2 guards that played. So it doesn't matter it matters more if you have 2 point guards, you can have one come off and be a shooting guard because you can have that flexibility. But actually bringing 2 star shooting guards to a team, like if you put Jordan and Kobe together on a team, I don't think that work either because you got 2 shooting guards running the team. Who's going to distribute the ball? But if you have somebody like what they tried with Stephon Marbury and Steve Francis, or if you wanted to put Chris Paul and Stephen Curry together, it'll work because, somebody's going to take, those guys know how to play off each other. And I think a point guard is more flexible in those guard positions than a shooting guard would. But I do not think bringing in Kevin Durant to play power forward is going to work. He will get killed in the paint. Power forward is an in the paint position. You have to guard other power forwards. It's not all offense. And they will get killed on the defensive end. Basketball is about defense. Which brings me to another point. This team this year, talking about the Knicks, this team this year is going to focus back on defense like back in the days. Like the teams of the Knicks back in the day when they had Starks and they had Ewing and they had Charles Oakley. Those were defensive-minded teams, and we're back to that again. We're back to keeping teams under 90 points. That's where they're going to go. They're going to have Porzingis, I think, as a starting power forward. He's going to cause matchup problems. He's going to block a lot of shots. Porzingis is going to block a lot of shots at the power forward, and they've got 2 other guys. They've got O'Quinn, and they've got Derek Williams, and they've got Seraphin to be backup center. They're going to be blocking a lot of shots and causing a lot of defensive problems for teams. The Knicks are going to try to mimic what the Chicago Bulls with Thibodeau are doing. They're going to be all-out defense with Melo as the scoring machine that he is. Carmelo Anthony will be the number one scoring option on this team, like Derrick Rose was the number one scoring option in Chicago. And they're going to put defenders, all these guys that the Knicks got, Afalo, Galloway, who was one of the top defenders. He made second team all defense last year, all rookie defense last year. So you're going to surround Melo with defenders. Robin Lopez, defender. He blocks shots. You got a defensive team. You're going to surround Melo with defenders. And we're going to go from there. Get Kevin Durant out of your mind. Didn't you get enough of seeing Amari Stoudemire? And even Amari Stoudemire was a power forward, but he couldn't defend. Amari Stoudemire, I love the guy. I had opportunity to meet him. We did some functions with him. But he was not a great defender. Good offensive player in his prime. Great offensive player when he played. But so if you bring Durant here, it'll be more of the same. It'll be like watching Stoudemire all over again, but worse. Because Kevin Durant is not going to be able to stop LaMarcus Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge and Blake Griffin will be chopping at the bit, waiting to play the Knicks. Because they're going to be, nobody's going to be able to guard Blake Griffin. It's going to be ridiculous. They're going to be dunked on and slammed on. And then another thing on top of it, you open up Melo and Durant to injury. You open up Carmelo Anthony and Kevin Durant, and they're already fragile already. Melo sat out the whole year. Durant sat out the whole last year because Melo was being misused by playing power forward in the previous years and got hurt up. So you want to jeopardize him by bringing a small forward in here to and subject these guys to injury? I don't want to see it happen. I don't want to see Durant injured anymore. I definitely want to see Melo injured anymore. And I really think Durant's going to go to Washington. Dan, before we move on to any horse races, do you have any ideas on this? Am I right on the point on here or what?
Yeah, because,
I mean, does it make sense to you, Durant and Melo?
Nope.
All right.
Because you know what? One of those guys need the ball, and I don't think they'll do well sharing the ball with each other.
Yeah, they're not even distributors. I mean, even on a lesser thing, LeBron and Melo makes more sense than that. LeBron and Melo, because LeBron could play power forward. LeBron could play any position, and LeBron is a distributor. LeBron could be like a point forward, and he can guard power forward because he's so muscular and strong. But he will get banged up trying to bang with these guys also. I don't see LeBron and Melo either, unless LeBron will be like a Magic Johnson, a 6'9" point guard. I don't see LeBron playing with Melo either. It sounds good because they're two superstars, but I wouldn't do it. The Knicks need to go after Westbrook. If they're going to do anything, they need to go after Westbrook. You guys should be jumping up and down for Westbrook versus Kevin Durant. But